Now that we're starting to accrue more and more materials, it can be really fun to mix them up. So I mentioned in a lesson about chords, where we started looking into chords, that we can mix and match the shuffle along with chords. So let's do that now. We're going to play along. We're going to start with 4 bars of shuffle in A, followed by 2 bars of shuffle in D, and go back to 2 bars of shuffle in A. So basically, we've got the blues shuffle for the first 8 bars of the progression. Following on from that though, I want you to play the E chord as a chord as opposed to the shuffle, and the D as a chord, D7 as opposed to the shuffle, and then go back to the shuffle and finish off with a chord. Just down strums, nice and simple triplet rhythms like we've been doing. So I'm going to play it through now twice, and I'll call it out as we go. First time we turn around, second time we'll finish on A, starting out with the shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up to the 7th. D. Let's walk the bass. A. Here comes the chord. D7, A. Chord. Shuffle. 7th. Let's walk the bass. 7th. Walk the bass. Chord. So there we have a nice example of how we can mix things up. Let's say it's even more free than that. We can take some of the bars of the same chord as shuffle, some as a chord. So So maybe you can see as I'm going along, you can go shuffle, using the 7th, using the walking bass line, using the chords. So your challenge for this lesson is to go and play along with the backing tracks and mix and match the chords along with the shuffle to create a lot of variety. This is really up to you. You will start to find ways that sound better than other ways, or ways that you prefer. Perhaps on the turnaround, you really want to dig in and play a chord, or perhaps you just want to play chords for most of the time and just a little bit of shuffle added in, or vice versa. Whatever you decide, that's the wonderful thing about music. There is no right and wrong here. So I encourage you to experiment quite a lot and interchange the shuffle and the chords for perhaps entire progressions. For instance, let's say we had to play along. We often play in these videos with just 2 repetitions of the progression. But if you're playing a song, you're looking at, 30, 40, 50 repetitions of that progression, because it's going to go for 3 or 4 minutes at least. So you might want to have up your sleeve large sections of shuffle followed by large sections of chords followed by mixtures of the 2. So with that in mind, play along with the backing tracks and challenge yourself to come up with as much variety and character as you can through each progression.